Before Law and Order, there was In the Heat of the Night, a show that brought gripping crime stories and tackled powerful issues like racism and domestic violence. With unforgettable characters like Chief Gillespie, Detective Tibbs, and fan favorite Bubba, it kept us hooked week after week. Today, let's take a nostalgic journey to revisit the cast of In the Heat of the Night, then and now. Sit back and let's celebrate the memories. Anne Marie Johnson as Althea Tibbs. Anne Marie Johnson made a lasting impression on television audiences with her portrayal of Althea Tibbs, the caring and resilient wife of Detective Virgil Tibbs in the Heat of the Night. Althea was more than just a supportive wife. She was a dedicated teacher and counselor who often found herself dealing with intense personal struggles in the small town of Sparta, Mississippi. As a character, Althea faced numerous challenges, from being held captive by a fugitive to experiencing a traumatic assault, all while remaining a loving and supportive figure for her husband and students. In her role as Althea, Anne Marie Johnson brought a sense of warmth, intelligence, and strength to the show. Althea's life was far from easy as she faced a series of harrowing experiences, including being terrorized by a racist mob, dealing with an unstable ex-boyfriend, and suffering through a traumatic rape in the third season. These events culminated in a mental breakdown after she witnessed the suicide of one of her students. Despite these intense storylines, Althea was always a caring individual who deeply wanted to help her students and the community. Her close bond with Chief Gillespie and friendship with Bubba Skinner added depth to her character. By the end of the third season, Althea announced her pregnancy, a moment that she and Virgil had long hoped for. In the fourth season, it was revealed that she was expecting twins. Anne Marie Johnson's performance on In the Heat of the Night earned her widespread recognition, but after 6 seasons, her character was written out of the show, with Althea separating from Virgil and moving back to Philadelphia. Anne Marie Johnson's acting career began in 1973 after she graduated from UCLA with a degree in theater. However, her breakthrough role came when she portrayed Nadine Hudson Thomas in What's Happening Now, a spin-off of the popular sitcom What's Happening. This success led her directly to her role as Althea Tibbs on In the Heat of the Night, and from there, she continued to work steadily in television. Following her time on In the Heat of the Night, Johnson transitioned to other notable TV roles, most prominently as a series regular in Living Color from 1993 to 1994. She appeared in 23 episodes of the hit sketch comedy show, where she showcased her comedic chops alongside a talented cast. After that, her career flourished with appearances in popular shows such as Living Single, Babylon 5, ER, Ally McBeal, Murder, She Wrote, Bones, Boston Legal, and The Secret Life of the American Teenager. One of her most substantial roles post-Heat was in JAG, where she appeared in 18 episodes between 1997 and 1998. In recent years, Johnson has continued to work on high-profile projects, including recurring roles in NCIS, How to Get Away with Murder, and The In-Between in 2019. In 2022, she made guest appearances in So Help Me Todd and Raven's Home. Off-screen, Anne Marie Johnson has been deeply involved in the entertainment industry beyond acting. In 2008, she was elected as the first national vice president of the Screen Actors Guild. A year later, in 2009, she ran for president of the Actors Union on the membership first ticket, but lost to Ken Howard. Johnson has been married to actor Martin Gray since January 1, 1996. While the couple does not have any children, they have built a strong and supportive partnership over the years. Anne Marie continues to live a fulfilling life, balancing her acting career with her advocacy work within the industry. Today, Anne Marie Johnson is 64 years old and shows no signs of slowing down. Her decades-long career has spanned a variety of genres, from drama to comedy, showcasing her versatility as an actress. Johnson's ability to navigate the ever-changing landscape of television has earned her an estimated net worth of around $4 million, a testament to her talent and enduring presence in the industry. Hugh O'Connor as Lieutenant. Lonnie Jameson. Hugh O'Connor, known for his role as Lieutenant Lonnie Jameson on the iconic television series In the Heat of the Night, was born in Rome, Italy in 1962. He was adopted as an infant by the legendary actor Carroll O'Connor and his wife Nancy. Raised in a household that valued the arts, Hugh pursued a career in acting, making a significant impact with his portrayal of Lonnie, a character who evolved from a patrolman to acting chief of detectives over the course of the series. In the Heat of the Night showcased not only Hugh's talent, but also the profound bond he shared with his father, who served as both an actor and an executive producer on the show. Hugh's role was pivotal. He appeared in every episode, becoming a familiar face for audiences as he tackled various social issues, including drug peddling and racism. However, apart from this show, and a minor role in the 1985 television movie Brass, Hugh's acting career was brief and overshadowed by his personal struggles. Hugh's life was marked by significant challenges, particularly with substance abuse. After overcoming Hodgkin's lymphoma at the age of 16, he began battling drug addiction, which he fought through 3 different rehabilitation programs. Despite his father's support and advocacy for drug awareness, Hugh's struggles continued, culminating in a tragic ending. On March 28, 1995, just 3 years after his marriage to Angela Clayton, and on the anniversary of their wedding, Hugh died by suicide at the age of 32. A gunshot was reported at his residence, and a suicide note was discovered, detailing his feelings of hopelessness in battling addiction. In the wake of Hugh's death, Carroll O'Connor became a vocal advocate for drug abuse awareness and prevention. He publicly named Hugh's drug dealer Harry Thomas Perzigian, blaming him for his son's addiction and subsequent death. This public confrontation led to a broader push for legislative change, culminating in the passage of the Drug Dealer Liability Act in California in 1997. This law allows families of drug abuse victims to sue drug dealers for damages, creating a legacy of advocacy and awareness that Carroll championed until his own passing in 2001. At the time of his death, Hugh O'Connor was just 32 years old. Carroll O'Connor as William Gillespie. Carroll starred as Police Chief Gillespie, who worked alongside the Chief of Detectives Virgil Gibbs and Police Lieutenant Bubba Skinner. Throughout the series, which aired from 1988 to 1995, O'Connor portrayed a character who, despite initial resentment towards the African-American detective Virgil Tibbs, played by Howard Rollins, developed a close and respectful relationship with him. This dynamic was a significant departure from the more adversarial relationship depicted in the original film. For the first 6 seasons, O'Connor's character served as the chief of the Sparta Police Department before being fired by the city council at the beginning of the 7th season, after which he became the interim county sheriff. A World War II veteran, O'Connor's character had a deep history. Having served alongside a black man in the 227th Military Police, a role that highlighted themes of camaraderie and racial sensitivity. O'Connor, who also served as the show's executive producer, brought to life a character who wore his military background with pride, often seen with high-powered firearms like the Colt Python and the brushed chrome Desert Eagle. In his personal life, O'Connor experienced significant loss. He was married to Anna, his Italian war bride whom he met during World War II, but both she and their son tragically died during childbirth. He later had a daughter, Lana, played by Christine Elise, and fell in love with Harriet DeLong, a younger African-American city councilwoman. O'Connor's adopted son, Hugh O'Connor, was a talented actor who also starred in the Heat of the Night as Lieutenant Lonnie Jameson. However, his life took a devastating turn when Hugh died by suicide in 1995 after battling drug addiction. This tragic event deeply affected O'Connor, leading him to become a vocal advocate for drug awareness and legislation. He successfully lobbied for the Drug Dealer Liability Act, which allows families of victims to sue drug dealers whose actions contributed to a user's death. Carroll O'Connor was not just known for his role in the Heat of the Night. He gained fame for his portrayal of Archie Bunker in the groundbreaking sitcom All in the Family, where his performance earned him multiple Emmy Awards. His work extended beyond the small screen to notable films like Kelly's Heroes and Return to Me before his passing in 2001 at the age of 76 due to a heart attack. O'Connor's legacy continues to influence actors and filmmakers today, with his work resonating through his significant contributions to television and film. His estimated net worth at the time of his passing was around $10 million, a testament to his successful career. Howard E. Rollins Jr. as Chief of Detectives Virgil Tibbs. Howard Rollins, a talented and complex actor, is best known for his role as Detective Virgil Tibbs in the television adaptation of In the Heat of the Night. Stepping into a role made famous by Sidney Poitier, Rollins brought his unique interpretation to the character, presenting Tibbs as a sophisticated Philadelphia detective who returned to his roots in Mississippi to help desegregate the local police force. Unlike Poitier's more intense portrayal, Rollins's Tibbs was characterized by openness and emotional vulnerability, which resonated with audiences. Born on October 17, 1950, in Baltimore, Maryland, Howard Rollins honed his craft at Towson University before making his way to New York City in 1974. He first gained recognition in 1978 with his performance in the biographical miniseries King, which chronicled the life of Martin Luther King Jr. Rollins's talent shone in notable films such as Ragtime, 1981, where he starred alongside James Cagney and Jeff Daniels, and A Soldier's Story, 1984, directed by Norman Jewison, who also directed the original In the Heat of the Night film. His portrayal in A Soldier's Story earned him an Academy Award nomination. Rollins portrayed Virgil Tibbs from 1988 until 1993, appearing in all but the last season of the show. During the series, Tibbs transitioned from a police detective to a captain, illustrating his intelligence and dedication to justice. His character's relationships with other key figures, including Chief Gillespie and Officer Bubba Skinner, depicted a man who was not only a skilled detective, but also a friend and mentor to those around him. However, Rollins's career was marred by personal struggles that eventually led to his departure from the series. Despite his on-screen success, Rollins faced significant personal challenges, primarily related to drug addiction. In 1988, he was arrested for cocaine possession in Louisiana, and by the early 1990s, he faced multiple arrests for driving under the influence. His legal troubles culminated in a month-long jail sentence for reckless driving and DUI in 1994. These issues not only affected his personal life, but also led to his dismissal from In the Heat of the Night. Although he returned as a guest star in the 7th season, Rollins's promising career was tragically derailed by his struggles. In 1996, Howard Rollins was diagnosed with lymphoma, a battle he faced with characteristic courage. However, just 6 weeks after his diagnosis, he passed away on December 8, 1996, at the age of 46 from complications related to the illness. His funeral was held in Baltimore, where he was interred at Woodlawn Cemetery. Despite the challenges he faced, Rollins left an indelible mark on the entertainment industry. His work was celebrated posthumously, including the unveiling of a wax statue at the Senator Theater in Baltimore on October 25, 2006. The statue now resides at Baltimore's Great Blacks in Wax Museum, honoring his contributions to film and television. Howard Rollins never married and had no children, but he was known for his commitment to his craft and his relationships with fellow actors. He was also a distant relative of former Major League Baseball player Jimmy Rollins. Howard Rollins would be 73 years old as of 2024 had he lived. However, his struggles with addiction and health complications tragically cut his life short. At the time of his death, estimates of Rollins's net worth varied, but it is believed to have been in the range of $1 million, a modest sum compared to many of his contemporaries, largely due to the disruptions in his career caused by his legal issues. Crystal Fox. As Officer Luann Corbin, Crystal R. Fox is best known for her portrayal of Officer Luann Corbin on the popular TV series In the Heat of the Night. Joining the cast in Season 3, Fox's character was introduced after Officer Christine Rankin, the first black woman to join the force, tragically died on her first day. Luann Corbin stepped in as Rankin's replacement and became a staple of the series, appearing in over 100 episodes until the show's finale in 1995. Officer Corbin, a capable policewoman and a talented singer, also had moments on the show to showcase her vocal abilities, making her a beloved character among fans. Although In the Heat of the Night served as Fox's most recognizable role, she has since built a substantial career in film, television, and theater. Before joining the cast of the series, she made her big screen debut in the Oscar-winning film Driving Miss Daisy, 1989, alongside Morgan Freeman and Jessica Tandy. Her time on In the Heat of the Night opened more doors, leading her to take roles in films like Drop Squad, Once Upon a Time, When We Were Colored, and the miniseries Mama Flora's Family, where she co-starred with Cicely Tyson. Fox's career extended into the 2000s and beyond with a number of stage roles, earning critical acclaim for her performances in various productions such as Fences, For Colored Girls Who Have Considered Suicide, When the Rainbow Is Enough, and The Old Settler. Notably, she received Helen Hayes Award nominations for her work in theater, as well as Irony and Elliot Norton Awards for her portrayal of Rose Maxon in Fences. In 2013, Crystal R. Fox entered a new phase in her career, starring as Hannah Young in Tyler Perry's hit drama The Haves and the Have-Nots on the Oprah Winfrey Network. For 8 seasons, she captivated audiences with her portrayal of Hannah, a soulful single mother who works as a maid for a wealthy family. The series was one of Perry's most successful ventures, running until 2021. Following the success of The Haves and the Have-Nots, Fox was cast in the second season of HBO's Big Little Lies, 2019, where she portrayed Elizabeth Howard, the mother of Zoe Kravitz's character. Her performance in the series earned her a Screen Actors Guild Award nomination. Fox also took on film roles, starring opposite Forrest Whitaker in the drama Burden, which won the U.S. Dramatic Audience Award at the 2018 Sundance Film Festival. She later took on her first lead role in Tyler Perry's 2020 Netflix thriller A Fall from Grace. While the film itself received mixed reviews, Fox's performance was praised, with critic Richard Roper noting how she shines in her role. In 2020, Fox also starred in the Amazon Prime series Utopia, and in 2021, she played a key role in Lifetime's adaptations of V.C. Andrews's novels. Most recently, she was cast in the Apple TV Plus comedy series The Big Door Prize, which aired for 2 seasons from 2022 to 2024. Later in 2024, Fox was announced to star as the mother of the lead character in the upcoming Netflix thriller series His and Hers, based on the novel by Alice Feeney. Born on October 14, 1963, Crystal R. Fox is currently 60 years old. Although she keeps much of her personal life private, she has been known to live in Atlanta, where she is involved in the theater scene. Over the years, Fox's consistent work in television, film, and theater has accumulated her a comfortable financial status. As of 2024, Crystal R. Fox's estimated net worth is around $5 million. David Hart as Officer Parker Williams. David Hart, best known for his portrayal of Officer Parker Williams in the beloved TV series In the Heat of the Night, charmed audiences with his warm and sensitive portrayal of a small-town police officer in Sparta, Mississippi. His character, Parker Williams, was a kind-hearted and perceptive officer, always ready to help the citizens of Sparta with both their legal issues and emotional struggles. Often serving as the comic relief of the show, Parker was a deeply caring man who knew just about everyone in town and took his job of protecting and serving seriously. David Hart's character, Parker Williams, quickly became a fan favorite due to his relatable good old boy charm. Although he was often behind the dispatcher's desk handling the phone and radio, he was a vital part of the Sparta Police Department, eventually rising to the rank of senior sergeant by the end of the show. One of Parker's defining qualities was his kindness and perceptiveness. He always seemed to know when someone was hurting and would go out of his way to help. In addition to his role as a loyal and capable officer, Parker provided much of the show's comic relief. His gentle humor, paired with his iconic mason jar of sweet tea, made him a beloved character. Hart had the distinction of being the only actor who appeared in every single episode of In the Heat of the Night. David Hart's acting career began in the early 1980s, but it was his role in the Heat of the Night that truly launched him into the spotlight. After the show ended, he continued to act, appearing in films like the 2011 Western Forgiven, written and directed by his In the Heat of the Night co-star, Alan Autry, a.k.a. Bubba Skinner. Hart also had roles in films like The Legend of Jake Kincaid, 2002, and Silver Bullet, 1885, a cult classic for horror fans. Hart also dabbled in the music world during his time on In the Heat of the Night. He recorded Let It Snow for the show's Christmas album, Christmas Time's A-Comin', in 1991. He was joined by pianist Hargus Pig Robbins, with co-stars Alan Autry and Randall Franks producing the track. Aside from acting, Hart has appeared in several commercials for well-known brands like IHOP, Maxwell House Coffee, and Coors Light. David Hart has a rich family life. He is married to Ann Tabor, and the couple currently resides in Arlington, Texas. Hart has 3 children from a previous marriage, one of whom is Mamrie Hart, a successful actress, comedian, author, and YouTuber. Mamrie Hart's YouTube channel has over 1.1 million subscribers, making her a popular internet personality. The father-daughter duo both have careers in entertainment, albeit in different areas. Today, David Hart is 70 years old. Although he never reached the same level of success after In the Heat of the Night, his legacy as Officer Parker Williams endures, and fans continue to fondly remember his work on the show. His net worth is estimated to be around $500,000, a reflection of his steady career in entertainment and advertising. Hart is also deeply involved in his local community. His wife, Ann, is a senior minister in Arlington, Texas, where they both live a quieter life compared to their days in Hollywood. Despite his semi-retirement from acting, Hart remains beloved by fans of the show and continues to cherish the legacy of In the Heat of the Night. Geoffrey Thorne as Sergeant, Wilson Sweet. Geoffrey Thorne is best known for his role as Officer Wilson Sweet in the iconic TV series In the Heat of the Night. His portrayal of Sweet, the young, ambitious rookie fresh out of the police academy, was significant for the show, as Sweet was one of the first black men to join Sparta's police force alongside Detective Virgil Tibbs. Thorne's character stood out as a determined and focused officer, often speaking of his aspirations to attend law school and rise through the ranks of the department. Sweet had a love for reading, especially African-American literature, and with Tibbs as a reluctant mentor, he quickly became a key asset to the Sparta police force. Officer Sweet's character was involved in numerous racially conscious storylines, reflecting the racial tensions and struggles of the time. His ambition was to eventually become Sparta's first black police chief, a role that would later be fulfilled by Carl Weathers. By season 5, Sweet was promoted to sergeant, but the character was abruptly eliminated after Thorne decided to exit the show after the 6th season. Unfortunately, Sweet's departure was never addressed or explained on screen. Thorne's role in the Heat of the Night solidified his place in the acting world. Prior to this, Thorne had a one-off role on Hill Street Blues in 1987, where he started to develop his knack for playing law enforcement officers. After his success on In the Heat of the Night, he appeared in a few notable films, including the 1997 drama Road Ends and the 1998 romance City of Angels, where he worked alongside Meg Ryan and Nicolas Cage. He also made appearances in TV projects like Crisis Center and Moment of Truth, Cradle of Conspiracy. However, in 2000, Thorne made the bold decision to retire from acting and pursue a new passion, writing. It was a gamble that paid off, as he has since become a highly successful screenwriter and producer. Thorne's writing credits include working as a writer for Law & Order, Criminal Intent during its 9th season, and contributing to hit shows like Leverage and Power Book 2, Ghost, the first spin-off of Starz' Power. In 2017, Thorne became the head writer and showrunner of Marvel's animated series, Avengers: Black Panther's Quest, further cementing his reputation as a versatile and talented writer. He also worked on popular animated series like Ben 10, Spider-Man, and Avengers. In addition to his television work, Thorne co-authored Star Trek: Titan, a series of science fiction novels set within the Star Trek franchise. He also ventured into the world of comics, where NBC tapped him to revive Knight Rider in comic book form in 2014. Thorne is the co-founder of Genre 19, a creative studio he established in 2008 with artist Todd Harris. Through Genre 19, Thorne has produced a variety of creative content, including comics, shorts, and ebooks. He launched the Winterman Project, a small press that allows him to create the content he desires without worrying about editorial oversight. In 2017, Thorne expanded this venture by launching Winterman Comics, which includes an anthology series and several titles. Today, Geoffrey Thorne is 54 years old and continues to thrive in his career as a writer and producer. While his net worth is estimated to be around $3 million, much of his wealth comes from his successful transition from acting to writing and producing for some of the most well-known television series and franchises. Alan Autry as Captain, V.L. Bubba Skinner. Alan Autry, widely recognized for his role as Captain V.L. Bubba Skinner in the iconic crime drama series In the Heat of the Night, has lived a fascinating and diverse life, moving from professional football to Hollywood and then into politics. Best remembered for portraying the tough yet kind-hearted Bubba Skinner, Autry's portrayal of the character left a lasting mark on the show's legacy. Autry's character, Captain Bubba Skinner, was known for his physical strength, intimidating presence, and occasional roughness. But underneath, he was a good man with a heart of gold. Bubba was initially a patrolman, eventually working his way up to captain of the Sparta Police Department. At first, he had a tense relationship with Detective Virgil Tibbs, but over time, they developed a strong friendship, solidifying Bubba's complexity as a character who valued loyalty and justice. As Bubba Skinner, Autry was often the muscle of the police force, tasked with taking down the toughest criminals. Despite his rough exterior, he became more racially tolerant and was known for his disdain for bigots, famously calling them knotheads throughout the series. His connection with the Tibbs family grew deeper as the show progressed, and his southern charm and gentlemanly ways made him a favorite among fans. Born Carlos Allen Autry on July 31, 1952 in Shreveport, Louisiana, Allen Autry initially pursued a very different path. He began his career as a professional football player under the name Carlos Brown, playing as a quarterback for the Green Bay Packers in 1975. However, after being cut by legendary coach Bart Starr, Autry turned his attention to acting. His first major role came in The Dukes of Hazzard in 1981, before landing the role of Bubba Skinner that would define his career. Outside of acting, Autry had an unexpected foray into politics. In 2000, he was elected mayor of Fresno, California, serving 2 four-year terms until 2009. As mayor, he was dedicated to fiscal responsibility, balancing the city's budget without cutting municipal jobs. Autry's tenure in politics also reflected his strong Christian faith, and he was known for advocating for various charitable causes throughout his time in office. After his time in politics, Alan Autry transitioned back into entertainment, launching Dirt Road Productions with his wife, Kimberly Autry. Together, they produced films such as The Legend of Jake Kincaid, an indie western in which Autry starred alongside his family, including his wife, son Austin, and daughter Laureen. He wrote, produced, and directed the film, showcasing his multifaceted talents. Autry continues to balance his love for storytelling and his Christian faith, often intertwining the two. In recent years, he appeared in the 2017 MMA action movie Victory by Submission, and more recently, starred in the crime series Tulsa King, 2022. Despite stepping back from the limelight, Autry's enduring appeal as an actor remains, and he remains dedicated to producing content through his production company. Alan Autry, now 71 years old, lives a relatively quiet life, focusing on his family and faith. He remains married to his second wife, Kimberly Autry, with whom he shares 3 children. His net worth is estimated to be around $3 million, reflecting his diverse career in sports, entertainment, and politics. What an unforgettable show In the Heat of the Night was, with its rich characters and gripping storylines. The performances of the cast, from the unforgettable Chief Gillespie to the strong, complex characters like Aunt Etta Kibbe, have left a lasting legacy in television history. So tell us, who was your favorite character from the show? Did you enjoy the 1967 film version better? What about the novel? Share your thoughts with us in the comments below. Let's keep the memories alive together.